Toronto Rock are on the clock.
The offseason for the Toronto Rock has not been an idle one. The team made a blockbuster move, sending Adam Jay, Zach Mans, and the Rock's first-round pick in this year's draft westward for one of the NLL's best, Mark Matthews. However, this weekend is all about the next wave of opportunities for new talent with the NLL Draft hosted at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center.
The draft's a very exciting time. To me, is the start of the new season. Like, after the draft goes, everyone kind of ramps up their preparation for the team. Our off season was kind of really just one big move. Sent Zach Mans, Adam Jay, and our first round pick this year, which was the 12th overall pick, to Saskatchewan for Mark Matthews. You know, to me, this was an opportunity to get a premier lefty in this league, which are tough to find. You know, you got to give up something to get something in this league, and we paid a price, and that's why we're not, you know, a player right now in the draft this year.
Having traded away their first round pick, the Rock won't get their chance at a new prospect until the third round.
You know, you're just trying to find those missing pieces to put you over the top.
Drafting new talent is not the only way teams are looking to improve their rosters this weekend. General managers across the league continue to search out the right opportunities to make a deal ahead of the draft.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that would be attractive for me as well. Yeah, but what would you be thinking there? The price tag will be a big factor in that too, right? Like, that's not a guy that, you know, he probably makes a lot of money, and not a guy I can give up a lot of assets for. But there is some interest. I don't have that in this draft, dude. My first pick in this draft is pick 39, which is, I think, the first pick in the third round. Awesome. See you, buddy. Yep. Cheers. We're all chasing Buffalo, and while at times I feel like we're right there with them and we can beat them, that's not how the season ended last year, and that's what kind of sticks with me. And until that changes, that's the goal for me. And I guess it's kind of kicks off tomorrow.
Kicking off the NLL's draft weekend festivities is the return of the NLL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. This class of inductees boasts 5 Rock legends, including 6-time NLL champion Colin Doyle. Colin played 16 seasons with the Toronto Rock franchise and continues to be involved with the team as a coach, as well as working with the Rockstars youth elite programs.
I'd grown up kind of being around the NLL, my dad taking me to games all the time, and I was really excited to get my chance to play with the best in the game, and box lacrosse was always my passion. I just wanted to play.
I'm going tonight for my boy Colin Doyle, and he's in the Rock Hall of Fame up here. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer in any league. You know, to me, one of the greatest players to ever play in this league.
You remember all the memories, the good and the bad, and it's kind of like a roller coaster of emotions. Nice to share with my family for sure. It's an incredible honor, and it made me super happy.
Love him, you know, one of the faces of the franchise, and I'll be happy to see him finally get the recognition that he deserves tonight.
Colin, you're a hell of a player, a great friend, teammate, role model. The words can't do justice for all you contribute to the game. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking Colin Doyle and welcome him to the National Rock City Hall of Fame.
looking back, you realize how lucky you were to be part of such a kind of winning franchise, be around such great winners, and you learn yourself that you have to learn to be a winner and teach people kind of after you. So I built some great relationships with the current players, and hopefully I'm able to pass along some of the knowledge that I have to them. The franchise has always meant so much to me because I always want to see them kind of winning championships, and all I want to do is have these guys that play now enjoy that same experience.
You know, I miss the NLL. I'm forever grateful for it. Thank you so much for this honor, and hope everybody has a great evening. Thank you so much.
Let's go, bring it in after you drink.
I want the kids to play in the Rockstar program and the Rock Elite Leagues, to be around the Rock guys as much as they can so they can see what it means to play at the next level. Hopefully at the end of the day, it's a bonus that I'm a Hall of Famer, and it's a bonus that they have the Rock guys here, but they just see that we want their kids to get better and that we care about them. And I think that's, at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters.
We're so far down in the draft, can't really think ahead as to who's going to be there for me at pick 39. We'll get in here, we'll meet as a group, we'll go over our lists, but when you got to cross 40 names off before you get to go, there's no point in really trying to be too pinpoint accurate in what you're doing. So a lot of wait and see.
What about Chase? If he's there.
Hypothetically speaking, are we taking him with our first pick in the third round?
I honestly think he's a serviceable kid. He could play.
Yeah. I would, out of all of our guys that we're kind of familiar with, available at 39, I think if Zach Ernie was on the board,
Good, I like Zach.
if we make a trade, we're gonna have to kick it into high gear. But outside of making a trade, let's take this list, cross guys off for the next 2 hours, and
Let's get to
see where we are. There's been a lot of conversations over the last week or two. There's stuff in play. We're always aggressive. It's always win now with keeping the future in mind. Hey, okay, so listen, I just got word good to go on that trade.
Which one?
So
If our guy's available,
no,
they have to make it
no, we just got Bushi.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2023 National Lacrosse League Draft. Glad to have everyone here today.
The Albany Fireworks are on the clock.
Colorado hasn't made a pick. Buffalo hasn't made a pick. I've thrown a couple names around, but what's biting on it? To me, it's a little bit of fate. It's going to play out the way it's going to play out, and right situation, right time, right opportunity, and go from there.
The Toronto Rock are on the clock.
But we got to do something quick.
Yeah.
I would take Kearney. Personally.
I think there's some potential there. I defer to you guys on Chase, and that's intriguing to me. I understand the other stuff.
Zach played well for us this summer. That he deserves that. I think we take him right now. Take Kearney. Who's that? About who? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
With the 39th selection of the 2023 entry draft, the Toronto Rock have selected Zach Kearney, University of Massachusetts, Oakville Lacrosse Club.
They've been ZZZ, OMG, GG. Let the cars fall where they made. I've been on my SMH. I've been on my every head bout, let us pray.
Congrats, brother.
Congrats, Zach.
Zach, congratulations first off the board for the Toronto Rock. What does it mean to reach this moment in your career to be drafted into the NLL?
It's really a dream come true. I'm super excited. Shout out to my mom and my dad and my brother and my sister and all the coaches who have helped me along the way.
Realistically, at that point in the draft, it's tough for a guy to make a team, especially a deep team. But you just got to keep battling, and it's all about opportunity and timing, and you never know what's going to happen to spring that opportunity.
Toronto Rock have selected Chase Chavon, Orangeville Lacrosse Club. Toronto Rock have selected John Weller, Whitby Lacrosse Club.
The prospects selected by the Rock at the 2023 NLL entry draft will now each take on the challenge to fight for their opportunity to play for the most storied franchise in the National Lacrosse League's history when training camp begins October 28th.
It's draft day, baby. Let's go. It's draft day. It's draft day.
Is that the question? Sorry. Yeah. I didn't know you started there. I thought you were just giving me a heads up.
Dude, I don't have 100 and something games. I only got 70.
That's a pretty mean mustache. I can't hear you. The elevator music's cranking. I'm not in charge of that speaker. I can tell you that much. What do we got here? That's not so bad. That's been like 5 hours of that.